Hi beauties, it's Piersanti with Beauty and the Stamper. I hope you guys are having a great day. And I'm going to stamp a card. You guys had seen that I had purchased this Love You to Pieces stamp set and the matching thinlits that go with it. So many of you have asked me to demonstrate the thinlits, so I'm going to do that. And then in a future video, I'll do the brush show for you. Everybody wants to see that. So I will be doing that. If you're not subscribed, make sure you do. And then click that bell so you don't miss any of my future projects. So let's get started. First things first is I got a piece of Flirty Flamingo. And then I got a piece of Bermuda Bay. I already cut this one. I also picked up the Bermuda Bay ink, so I have that. And then I got my glitter and clear epoxy shapes. And I'm going to be using this stamp set here, or this stamp piece here, and it's just this stamp. Now, remember I told you I use this one, I think I'm going to use this one a lot, so I bought the wood mount so I could just grab it and go and stamp wherever. And of course this is true because I made my first card swap of the new catalog with this set. So the other things I will be using is my Stampin' trimmer, and some of you guys have asked about the Big Shot, and I have that as well. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to cut this piece down. This can make 2 cards using 1 piece of cardstock. So I'm going to take this cardstock and I am going to actually score it at 5.5. I'm going to score it first because in an effort to save time, you're actually scoring 2 cards at once rather than just 1 card at a time. So now that it's scored, I'm going to go ahead and cut this piece right in half. So it's 8.5 by 11, so I know that my score would be at 5.5, which is half of 11, and then 4 1/4, which is half of 8.5. So I'm going to just line this up really nice and tight against there. I got that at the 4.5 line, and I'm going to cut. So if you have not seen the Stampin' trimmer, it does have this one here is for cutting, and this one here is for scoring. That's how I got the 2 different pieces. So now I can make 2 cards, but for this demonstration, I'm going to only make 1. This will actually be the 9th card that I've made on this today, and it was so fast that I had to show you guys. So I'm just going to fold this over, and then what I did is I took the Bermuda Bay piece, and it would basically be this size here, 4 1/4 by 5.5, again cut right in half. So now we're at 2 1/8 by 5.5, and so we've got a half and half there. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp. I'm going to get my Bermuda Bay out, and I'm going to get my stamp piece out, and it says you are the missing piece, or you are my missing piece. So I'm just going to ink that up really nice, really good, and I chose to go with the lighter paper so that you can write on it and people can read what you're writing. If you go with a darker paper, cut off a piece of white and stick it right in here, and you'll be able to write anything you need. So here we go. I'm just going to place this straight down and right back up again, and you're going to get a nice stamp every time. You guys, that's it for this. That's it for that part. Now I'm going to take the Bermuda Bay cardstock, and I'm going to grab a piece of my thinlet here, and the one that I want to use is this guy here. So this is how you use the big shot, you guys. I hope you can see it. All you're going to do is you're going to, let me show you. It comes with all of these pieces. So you're going to put this in here. If you're using an older one, you're going to go to tab 2. Some of the newer ones come with other pieces, but it all has the instructions. So with the older piece, because this is so thin, we go all the way up to tab 2. So that is how, if we were using an embossing folder, it would be thicker, so we'd use it here. Okay, so I'm sticking that guy in there. I'm going to put a cutting pad. You can see these cutting pads are used and are very well loved. So we stick that in there. We're going to stick this piece of paper there, and then we're just going to take this guy and we're going to just stick it however you'd like. Then you take this other cutting pad, stick it right on top, and you just take and crank that handle, and it cranks all the way through. You could be done, but I don't know why. I always like to just reverse crank it. And then you take this out. You've got this piece here. You pop out that piece, you take this guy, you put him right back away, and you're good. So now we have these two pieces here. I'm going to grab some of my little dimensionals here. I grabbed my large ones and my small ones, and I will show you why. I'm going to take the large ones and I'm going to just put them on the outsides here. I'm going to put one right here, and this is because I want to hold everything nice and neatly together. And then I was going to stick one on here, you guys, but I've decided to, well, I'll stick one on here because it's going to go right in the center. And then I'm going to take two of the little guys, and I'm going to stick those on these little pieces because I don't want them to break off while it's being shipped or anything like that. And the same goes with these little guys here. And there we go. So those are the Stampin' dimensionals. Now you guys, this is, like I said, it's so quick and so easy. I'm just going to take off these back sides because they are double adhesive there. If you have any trouble at all getting these off, just punch your finger kind of right in the center and it lifts it right up. So that's just a little trick that a lot of the demonstrators use, and every so often I'll use it, but I really don't have too much trouble with it. So now I turn my card sideways so I could line everything up nice and neat. And then you just line it up there. And you're going to take, again, these guys off of there. And then you're just going to kind of line these up here so that they match up. And then just to give it a little bit of extra bling there, I think I'm going to take one of these little epoxies. I'm just going to take one of these and stick it right down here at the bottom of that flower. And it just gives it a teeny tiny little pop there. But that's it, you guys. That is the card. So quick, so easy, and it doesn't cost much at all. If you had one pack of paper, I mean, you could grab everything here and just make so many cards just with that one pack of paper. So I hope you guys like this. If you do, please give me a thumbs up. Please share this. And if you need to order anything at all, go to BeautyandtheStamper.com and it'll have a tab there where you can order Stampin' Up. I would love to have you be a customer. And if you'd like to join me on my stamping journey, please go ahead and join my team. And we have so much fun. So, all right, beauties, have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.